going on, everybody? It's your boy JT, and we are back to the Crypto Den to discuss another amazing project called Conduit. If you don't know who I am Jake Tullis. I go by JT. I run a digital asset hedge fund called Bleeding Edge Capital, and this channel is where I document all of the results of my research and I use it as a platform to educate people on the fundamentals of assets and focus on what these things are before when price moon. So, trying to educate fellow crypto enthusiasts. That's my shtick. You can find all the information about me, my career, my fund in the link tree in the banner photo. So, with that, I promise I'm going to keep them shorter for you guys. I'm going to go right into it. And I've talked about this stuff before, okay? I've talked about decentralized physical infrastructure, okay? This company is called Conduit. Conduit is a DePin project. DePin means decentralized physical infrastructure, as I just said. So what it really means is there's just all these computers across the world that can be plugged in independently to a wall, and then its resources like compute, storage, um, processing, all this stuff can be leased or rented or used by complete strangers across the globe after it's been plugged into the wall using blockchain um, to connect all the computers, essentially. Now, when all the computers are connected, what you have is this network of encrypted resources. Conduit specifically has its own device, and I will show you what that looks like one more time. This device, Conduit Core, has a lot of those features. It is just a hardware device you can grab, or if you have a device you'd like to make money with, you can get this node one time and actually, rent, lease, lend, make money on, giving your hardware that might just be sitting there, giving its resources to this network in general. That's the idea of DePin, which is super, super bullish, I think, for blockchain in general. I think it's one of the best use cases, absolutely. So, with that, I want to get into specifically why I like Conduit. The first video we talked about, its unique drill down method of data. Being able to have a graph of ledgers and every event type on the network being its own ledger really allows for some granularity that is incredibly attractive to the deeper parts of this community. So people that really care about data engineering and worried about the kind of slices they can get of data. I love their architecture and how they've done that. And next, this one really is about their tokenomics, because I think it's just really cool. And there's more great content. I'll make more videos about some of these other things, why I like Conduit so much. But in general, what I want you guys to understand is they have mining without really proof of work. Okay, they're basically taking that term because of the hardware component of their network, but it is a little different. The mining process is called proof of economic activity. And to keep this video short, I'm not going to go directly into it, but you could think of it like this. Prop is similar to Ethereum's gas. It is the internetwork unit of economic activity. And this unit can be, it's collected on every economic transaction. Unlike gas, it's used to mine Conduit. So this crop, you can think of it as a sub-token that builds up to a release of this Conduit token. The interesting thing about this, the crop range, there's going to be 512 blocks in the first phase. Then it doubles, and it keeps doubling. The amount of blocks that this network needs to process doubles every phase, but the amount of Conduit rewarded gets smaller per block. What I believe this will have is a significant payoff to those who get in early, because the amount of scarcity they're creating through this compounding effect of doubling the blocks, ergo the length of time between phases, and also the reward per block, it's literally like squaring the halving of Bitcoin. And what this is going to do is create a significant, in my opinion, a significant supply shock and directly correlate to the token's price. At least theoretically, it should, right? I'm not a, I'm not a guarantor of these returns or anything, but the tokenomics make sense to where the Conduit token is going to reap a lot of benefits from this form of release schedule based on the productivity of the network. And I think it's a very smart, thoughtful way to do it. And another really cool graphic to help you guys understand how the blocks get broken down. It's pretty cool. I think it's a very, again, I love the team. They're very smart about this. Open source, so they're funding the application layer that can build on top of this. So creating an ecosystem similar to like Ava Labs and AVAX and things like that. You have the actual network, making sure that it is self-sufficient, smart. The ROI pool, and the block winner, person that actually solved the block, and the incentive to get people wanting to solve more blocks, solve their latency, improve their hardware, and do a bunch of different stuff to incentivize them to further support the network. I think this is a responsible way to break down block rewards, and I think this is a very, very significant way to issue a token on your network. This project is in its infancy stages. If you want to get involved in the project and you're interested in it, reach out to me or just simply click the link in the description. It'll bring you to all of those sites, lets you start the process of getting your actual device. And I think it's, me personally, I think it's a really cool project, My fund is not involved in the project at the moment, but I personally may get in on this miner. If I do, I will document everything about it and let you guys see how much I like it and see what it's doing. Do some breakdowns and everything else. So keep your eyes peeled, and until next time, take care of one another. All right, I'll see you guys.